Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's now time for the SoundHound earnings. We're covering it now to watch the live price action and to be able to talk about it and give analysis. And we're also giving you the chance to win $1,000 live on the show as well. $1,000 paid out in XRP. You can, of course, sell it, do what you want with it, and it's free to enter, free for all. We're going to pay it out live on the show. This is not a scam. This is real. You're going to see me do it live on the show. I'll give you all the details of that as we get to the end of the call. So we're about to start the call. We're watching the stock price. We're going to do full analysis as well. So this is everything you need to know about SoundHound. We often, very often, rank #1 in the world for this stock on YouTube and Google. So this is the place to watch it. This video will rank #1 when it becomes a video. It's live right now. You're all here. There's live Q&A, live support, and at the end we'll give you the chance to win $1,000 paid out live on the show in XRP. I'll explain it all to you. So we'll give just a few moments for everyone to arrive. The bell is 1 hour from now, so we're going to see SoundHound go into the bell. And let me just welcome everybody in. We are live. Good morning, Alexander. Sensei sent me. I'm loving it. Sensei sent me. Accumulate. Sensei did send us over. I'm loving it. Sensei sent me. Look at all these people coming from the previous breakfast show. Sensei provided a great show again this morning. His newsletter is legendary. He gave you the information about the XRP pump before it happened. We knew the vote was going on. It wasn't on mainstream news. We do our own research and we brought it to you. Everyone should have the newsletter because you miss these things all the time. You're focusing on noise and stuff on X and you're missing the real news. We are here to help people, not to pump and dump anything. Right, let's get into it. We've got 1 hour to go before the bell goes, and we are covering the SoundHound earnings going into the live opening bell with a chance as well for you to win $1,000. It's completely free to enter. I'll give you that as we go throughout the call. Now, we're covering SoundHound. This is one of the stocks that we brought to you, and it was a few cents, and it was one of our top tips, this one, and we ranked #1 for it, so we do cover this a lot. So we're going to bring you this right now as SoundHound is up 25%. No surprise, we gave you all the price targets of this one and they've all been hitting. They've all been hit, I beg your pardon. What is a newsletter? What is a newsletter? We have a information that we compile, all our own news. It's the show notes of the show every single trading day. It's web-based, app-based, or email-based. You can have it anywhere you want. You can win. You can get tickets to win $1,000 by getting it for free. Literally, we're paying you to get our newsletter, which we spend 4 hours a day compiling for free. Nothing to download, nothing to buy. We give it you for free. If you want the premium version of it, which everybody does because they want the daily news, then you can subscribe to it if you want to. But you've got a 7-day free trial, whichever way you do it. Right, we're just seconds away from the earnings call starting. So let me give everyone the newsletter link. This gives you all the news ahead of the news. No one can touch us. We are ranking now at the top of newsletters for the financial space. And we ranked #1 for SoundHound as well on YouTube and Google. Last night, if you checked, by the way, if you checked last night on YouTube, we were #1 in the world in incognito for XRP, the search term XRP. I shared it with you live on X. I hope you all saw that. It was incredible. I thought, oh my God, we now rank #1 on XRP. Just the word XRP, incredible. Right, okay, let's get ready. SoundHound is about to begin. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Is everybody in? I'll tell you what we want to do. We want 1 minute. Everyone tap the like button I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pin the newsletter to the top and then I'll give you the giveaway link to win $1,000 at the end of the call. All right, just as we go into the bell as well. We're going to be here for the opening bell as well. We're going to see SoundHound react to the market. So if everyone could tap the like button, it is 1 minute. How many people are watching? 300. We want 150 likes in 1 minute. So you ready? Here we go. We're going to pump up the music in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, we have watching the show live right now 281 people. And we've now got, how many likes? We've got 28. Let's refresh the screen. We want 100 likes in 1 minute, and then we'll get straight into the call. We've got our XRP 24-hour watch now running on the extra channel. Let me have a look. We are now at 56 likes. There we go. We're going up. Tap the like button. We're keeping also a close eye on everything of interest to our viewers. And of course, one of those things that you are focusing on is this. You are focusing on our Bitcoin. That's down very slightly today. You've got XRP. That's down 1.2 after that massive rally yesterday on the SEC news. I'll be buying more soon. A lot more. I just heard Sensei mention that I've got so much crypto now. You've seen nothing yet. You've seen nothing yet. Ethereum is down 0.54. We're watching all of that this morning. We're keeping our eye, and we're also keeping an eye on our 100,000 subscribers, 94,335. There's going to be a massive party, the biggest party ever on YouTube for 100,000 celebration. Guaranteed. I'm not the world piano man for nothing. You're going to get a big show. Trust me, you want to be a subscriber the day we hit 100,000 subscribers, and even better, be a member, because then you will get the inside party. All right, we're at 88 likes now. Come on, folks, tap the like button. We are ready to go. I want to bring you the SoundHound earnings and a chance to win $1,000 in XRP, which you can sell for cash. I'll give you some news. Only 4 people have done everything. The chance of winning is very, very high. All right, where are we now? The song has come to an end. Did we get to 100 likes? So we're suggested on YouTube. We're at 91. We're 9 away. Go on, let's just get the last couple of likes and we can start the call. I'm ready to rock and roll with the live trades, with the analysis, with the AI model as well. All that's coming up for you. That's why we're doing it now. You're going to get a lot more with us this morning. 96, 4 more to go. Tap the like button and we can start the call, and I'll tell you all about our giveaway as well. Tap like the moon. So close. Indeed we are. Phantom beat 100. Okay, we can start the show. We've done it. Let me refresh the screen just to show you, because it's not showing. It's a little bit slow this morning. Let me have a look. There you go. 111, in fact. 111. That's worth 2 cheers. There you go. All right. Let's get straight to it. The SoundHound earnings with a $1,000 giveaway as well. All right, you stay to the end. I'll give you the link. It's free to enter, free for all. Anyone can win it, and only 4 or 5 people. And I'll show you how many. I'll show you what your chances are of winning at the end of this. So you're not going to miss anything, and you're going to get the live opening bell. All of that live on the show. Well, we keep our eye on all of our stocks as well, so you won't miss anything. So without further ado, let's get straight into the SoundHound earnings. I hope you've all now clicked subscribe and ring the bell. You want to be in for a win $1,000. You want to be here. You don't want to miss it. So shall we make a start? I think we should make a start right now. So let's get into the call and let's go on with the SoundHound earnings. Enjoy. It's going to be a wonderful morning. Here we go.
Welcome to the SoundHound second quarter 2025 earnings conference call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. After the speaker's presentation, there will be a question and answer session. To ask a question during this session, you will need to press *11 on your telephone. You will then hear an automated message advising your hand is raised. To withdraw your question, please press *11 again. Please be advised that today's conference is being recorded. I would now like to hand the conference over to your first speaker today, Scott Smith, Head of Investor Relations.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining our second quarter 2025 conference call. With me today is our CEO, Keyvan Mohajer, and our CFO, Nitesh Sharan. We'll begin with some short remarks before moving to Q&A. We'd also like to remind everyone that we'll be making forward-looking statements on this call. Actual results could differ materially from those suggested by our forward-looking statements. Please refer to our filings with the SEC for a detailed discussion of the risks and uncertainties that could affect our business, and for discussion statements that qualify as forward-looking statements. In addition, we may discuss certain non-GAAP measures. Please refer to today's press release for more detailed financial results and further details on the definitions, limitations, and uses of those measures and reconciliations from GAAP to non-GAAP. Also note that the forward-looking statements on this call are based on information available to us as of today's date. We undertake no obligation to update any forward-looking statements except as required by law. Finally, this call is being audio webcast in its entirety on our investor relations website. An audio replay will be available following today's call. With that, I would like to turn the call over to our CEO, Keyvan Mohajer. Please go ahead, Keyvan.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you to everyone for joining the call today. I'm proud to say we had our all-time strongest quarter in Q2, with $43 million in revenue, representing an increase of 217% year over year. That's up more than 3 times. We saw success across all key businesses. We achieved significant growth in our automotive business, significant growth in AI customer service for enterprise, and significant growth in AI and automation for restaurants. In Q2, we surpassed another record, processing more than 1 billion queries per month on our platform. Our acquisition strategy and execution is succeeding. Within just 12 to 18 months of each acquisition, we have demonstrated a repeatable turnaround story. Not only have we converted their pre-merger decline to post-merger growth, we have turned them into leaders in their field as fully integrated business units within SoundHound. Let me tell you why we believe we are succeeding here. First, the companies we acquired had an important trait in common. They're all great businesses, have amazing teams, and have incredible solutions. They had already built strong customer relationships and had accumulated years of history and experience. Their business was highly aligned with our highly focused pillars of business, the disrupted category of conversational AI, where SoundHound has emerged as a leader. Then, SoundHound gave them what they needed to thrive. SoundHound gave them strong IP, replacing their legacy tech dependencies with SoundHound in-house models that are more accurate, faster, and less costly, with 20 years of data and innovation behind them. SoundHound made their customer experiences better while reducing their costs. SoundHound gave them strong financial backing for innovation and expansion. SoundHound gave them proven scale, strong brand, and credibility. Combined together, we have achieved and continue to harvest cost synergies and revenue synergies with cross-selling and upselling. To give specific examples, our first and second acquisitions are the key ingredients that enabled us to successfully launch our voice commerce ecosystem, our innovative third pillar. Another notable example, in Q2, we cross-sold the solution we brought to SoundHound with our most recent acquisition to a marquee customer of our first acquisition, which also triggered a renewal and expansion of their customer's existing subscription. Further, we are well underway to eliminate the legacy cloud cost of all past acquisitions by moving their stack into our own cloud. And all of our solutions are migrating to Polaris, SoundHound's own multimodal, multilingual foundation model. We believe Polaris is the best of its kind. Last quarter, I shared that Polaris easily beats its closest peers, including the big tech, in accuracy by over 35% and in latency by 4 times while running at a lower cost. We continue to increase our lead through constant innovation. Polaris has given us significant tailwinds. As customers migrate to Polaris in production, they see the immediate benefits in accuracy and user experience, which now consistently leads to renewals, expansions, and growth. And when new customers test Polaris against their legacy solutions, they clearly see the benefits, and that is increasing our close rate. Polaris is a unique differentiator for SoundHound, trained with 20 years of innovation and massive amounts of data. And most distinctively, when we migrate from third parties to our own models, we can iterate and drive rapid improvements and massive acceleration in time to value. And we continue to innovate. Most recently, we have added Vision AI to our stack, which is engineered to bring real-time visual understanding into conversational AI system and marks a transformational shift in how people interact with products and devices. This intersection between voice AI and Vision AI is compounding, exponentially improving the use cases we can address and the ease with which end users experience when engaging with AI solutions. Our recently launched agentic AI platform, Amelia 7, is especially benefiting from
Stand by for the $1,000 giveaway
to bring an agentic solution to the market and you're seeing
and
fast
analysis
results.
from
This is also creating upsell opportunities to convert all enterprise brands to agentic in the near future.
Please tap the like button.
Our restaurant business is scaling rapidly, where every quarter our new activations exceed the previous quarter. This quarter in particular was driven by new wins and activations, as well as continued penetration into existing brands. In automotive, we continue to expand within existing customers and add new ones. For example, we just announced that our generative AI solution called Chat AI has been rolled out in North America with 3 more global brands. We've also signed several new deals, including a large one in China, representing millions of units, powering a prominent auto brand that's winning and expanding globally. Where the winners are, we plan to be there. With voice commerce, our solution to seamlessly bring convenience to drivers like food ordering, parking payment, and reservations, we are seeding a solution in the market that's never been experienced before. What started out as interest and a buzz from our announcement at CES has now developed to the point of advanced stage pilots and POCs with a number of OEMs. We are also seeing buy-in from well-known merchants and restaurant operators. We believe these first movers will ultimately motivate many other OEMs and restaurants in the near term. Last year was about investing in great opportunities, and this year is about realizing the benefits of the strategic decisions we've made to further commercialize our AI solutions. The 3-pillar strategy we laid out a number of years ago is now rapidly coming together. With voice commerce, going live is imminent. This is driving strong demand in our Pillar 1 for products and Pillar 2 for services, as both existing customers and new additions are anticipating the powerful ecosystem we are creating and are racing to be a part of it. This is expected to drive future monetization in Pillar 3. With that, let me now talk about some specific customer highlights in Q2. In restaurants, we expanded the company's relationship with a household name fast casual brand, cross-selling the SoundHound Amelia platform to provide customer service support in addition to food ordering. We also added new wins with IHOP, Red Lobster, and Peter Piper Pizza, and renewed with Mod Pizza. One of our existing phone ordering customers, Red Robin, added smart answering and now has both AI phone solutions for ordering and customer service fully integrated. And we continue to grow with our existing customer base, including an expansion with Chipotle and adding more locations to Firehouse Subs, Habit Burger, McAllister's Deli, Beef O'Brady's, and Casey's. In automotive, we won a new customer with a major supplier in China to ship to one of China's top 5 and fastest growing OEMs worldwide. SoundHound Chat AI, our generative AI solution, continues to make it into new brands as well as being added into vehicles by our largest automotive customers, increasing the revenue per vehicle we receive. In healthcare, we signed with Primary Health Solutions to improve their patient-facing solutions, starting with appointment management and progressing into more complex use cases over time. We also deployed our solutions with healthcare system Alina Health to streamline and automate patient access and overall customer experience. In Q2, we were also delighted to sign one of the world's largest healthcare companies. In retail, we made
all members' comments will be shared on the screen. Here's the link to becoming a member.
Personal care companies and a home services company with over
and there's our
500
live reaction
locations.
on X.
The solution also continues to attract additional fitness chains.
$1,000 giveaway coming at the end.
Into existing brands. In financial services, we already have 7 of the top 10 global financial institutions as customers, and the company either renewed or had upsell deals with 4 of them. This included expanding into new lines of business, penetrating across dozens of business units, and doubling automated conversation volume from the previous year. We are also expanding our presence in the regional bank and credit union market. For example, we recently signed with a leading credit union with operations across multiple states. Together with channel partners, we expanded our relationship with EXL to deliver agentic and voice AI integrations across various industry verticals and use cases. With PAR Technologies, we entered into a partnership to extend SoundHound's reach across PAR's extensive portfolio of restaurant chains and their franchisees globally. We launched a strategic partnership with global QSR technology leader Acrelec to accelerate AI adoption in restaurants globally. To expedite the adoption of SoundHound AI agents across enterprise markets, we went into a sales partnership with technology services distributor Avant Communications. We also doubled the volume of interactions with a long-standing partner that specializes in customer experience and workforce engagement solutions focused on contact centers. This inflection with channel partners gives us a new catalyst to our accelerating growth story. One of the biggest opportunities for SoundHound is with our new agentic AI solution launched in May. While there is hype around this category, we've yet again achieved an advantage by moving fast to bring an advanced AI agent platform with true agentic capabilities to market. We are migrating 15 of our large enterprise customers onto the Amelia 7 platform, and we are working with them to build real-world efficiency-creating agentic
Not even
use
started
cases
yet,
for the
MSK.
customers, employees, and patients. As a reminder, Amelia 7 is powered by a proprietary multi-process agentic framework branded Agentic Plus, which is a blended autonomous architecture that dynamically toggles between fully autonomous workflows and deterministic functions. This enables AI agents to act independently when appropriate, while maintaining guardrails and precision for sensitive, high-impact tasks. Amelia 7 allows for low-code, no-code development, providing flexible options for enterprise teams.
No, this is
including
live.
natural language Gen
I'm
AI tools
sitting here live,
that allow
analyzing
non-technical
SoundHound.
users
We're going to ring the
to
bell
build and
live.
refine agents quickly, alongside traditional low-code controls for technical teams. Importantly, it also integrates SoundHound's world-class proprietary Polaris speech recognition engine.
You don't need X to
which
take
delivers
part. I'll
speed,
give you the information at the
accuracy,
end.
and
Stand by,
domain-specific
Nicholas.
understanding.
Anyone can win
It is
$1,000.
implemented with end-to-end
stand by.
optimizations that also significantly reduce lag between user input and system response, creating a more natural conversational voice experience. We are delighted to be bringing this technically advanced system to market, backed by our decades of combined R&D in conversational AI, including over 200 patents with a focus on voice capability, which is poised to become a dominant user interface. That brings me on to one of the other SoundHound technologies that is catching real momentum, voice commerce. I'm excited to report that our voice commerce solution is advancing at a rapid pace. For those who might be new to SoundHound, the voice commerce ecosystem was once part of our future vision, but it is now gaining momentum with existing and new customers from different parts of our business. We anticipated many years ago that consumers would want the convenience of executing transactions on a platform that seamlessly
We're going
brings
through to
services
the
they
opening
enjoy
bell, so this will be
directly
about
to the connected
45
product,
minutes.
and that this would all come
And
together
I'm going to
in
give you
one
all the
environment.
links so you can win
For
$1,000
example, a
in
driver being able
XRP.
to use their
Stand
natural
by.
speech through their in-vehicle voice assistant to place an on-the-go order for coffee or food from their favorite restaurant and have it be available to them upon arrival without having to wait in line. We wanted to make it easy, intuitive, and available via the most natural modality we have available to us, the human voice. For us, that means the users of products powered by our voice assistant, our Pillar 1, can transact with businesses that are powered by our AI customer service offering, our Pillar 2. The way this works is through our Pillar 3, which connects both on a single platform.
I'm selling more
the end user.
S&P at 586.
We talked
Another
about
20
signing multiple
grand will
pilots
go
and
at
POCs earlier this
586
year.
today.
These engagements are going well.
I'm
and
clearing
moving fast.
more money
We expect
on
this to
tax
create
lots
the
to buy
flywheel
more
we have
Bitcoin
envisioned.
and
We have large
XRP,
automotive brands in Europe and the USA, both existing customers and new car brands,
aiming at
with participation
$100,000
from
in
prominent national
crypto
and global merchants for food ordering,
today,
coffee,
maybe,
parking, and more.
just to annoy Sensei.
We're also on track to
And
launch
MSK.
partnerships with platform giants later this year to offer our voice ordering to their many millions of users. This not only emphasizes the power of the technology we have built, but also gives us confidence in the demand for users to have a safe, convenient, hands-free option when performing transactions from their vehicles or devices. This speaks to the rapid innovation at SoundHound. The developments we are making are impressing the larger platforms, in particular, the way we can now support a much broader scope of LLM conversations in the context of voice commerce. That's bringing their interest, as well as large merchants, QSRs, and OEMs alike. In closing, we are pleased to have reported such a strong quarter where all businesses were up. We built a strong pipeline to start the year, and that's not only now showing up in our results, but is growing as we create more value for the end user. Our acquisitions are turning into repeatable success stories. We are pioneering our platform with agentic AI, and that's resonating with customers. We are also leveraging our advanced technology to bring opportunities to enterprises, automakers, and restaurants that they have been waiting for. The voice commerce ecosystem we are building is bringing real-time AI agents that larger platforms want to partner with, and OEMs and merchants are racing to be a part of. Our three-pillar strategy is no longer three separate offerings, but is forming an ecosystem, creating AI value to businesses, and quickly becoming a necessity for them to differentiate themselves and strive. With that, I'll now turn the call over to Nitesh to talk about our financial performance, key growth drivers, and business outlook.
Thank you, Keyvan, and good afternoon, everyone. Q2 is a big quarter for us, with $42.7 million in revenue, up 217% year over year. With sustained high demand for our AI solutions, it's becoming more evident each quarter that passes that voice AI is increasingly sharpening as the spearhead of this Gen AI era. We are seeing traction across all industry verticals and in all pillars of our business. Enterprise AI grew with strong execution and clear focus, while restaurants added new logos and scaled existing relationships. And auto saw strong growth with a major new win and continued scaling of our new generative AI offerings. Our solutions are resonating with customers, and we keep elevating our technological differentiation against the rest of the marketplace.
It happens.
One of the driving forces
I don't like SoundHound. I only want XRP.
Early
Unsubscribe.
In the integration of our acquisitions. We have recatalyzed those businesses, completely shifting their growth trajectories and driving step function improvements in close and renewal rates. We have integrated technology and product stacks, which has led to much faster product cycles and greater time to value for customers. Let me share some data points that illustrate this. With Sync 3, we have fully displaced third-party ASR engines across all restaurant customers with Polaris, delivering us millions in cost savings while improving performance
586 is the magic number today. That's what I'm selling.
Iteration cycles for developers.
To clear some more tax lots.
Pre-acquisition sales attainment levels of nearly 40% have completely reversed to greater than 100% this quarter, demonstrating the resonance of our combined solutions to customers and validating our investment thesis. Net revenue retention jumped from less than 90% pre-acquisition to over 120% this quarter, largely due to better product performance and also resulting from our investments in
William, please ask me at the end. I'll answer all that.
Keyvan discussed the exciting major win where we cross-sold product solutions into one of the largest and most innovative QSRs. And not to be lost in the shuffle, operationally, we have now fully integrated 3 disparate ERP systems into one, providing a common platform with better controls, streamlined processes, and deeper business insights. We know the tech landscape is shifting rapidly with a Cambrian explosion of new innovation and players emerging every week. And having solidified our integration muscle, this is one more competitive differentiator in our toolkit that we can leverage as we accelerate forward. The net impact is continued strong momentum underpinning the reported financials. Within our product pillar, we continue to see strong 50+% growth in our active cloud users. The number of active restaurants using our voice AI ordering solutions now exceeds 14,000 locations, adding an additional 1,000 locations and roughly 1 million new interactions in Q2, further extending our market leadership position. In the enterprise, Q2 was our highest number of monthly go-lives, demonstrating the increased speed of deployment, and we saw a massive sequential improvement in total volume.
If you're just tuning in, I'll give you the opportunity to win $1,000 live on our show. I'll give you a link at the end, so enter that competition. Just stand by.
We are now getting nearly 3 billion queries a quarter. Compared to last year at this time, that's more than a 100% increase. With that, let me now discuss the second quarter financials in more detail. Q2 revenue was $42.7 million, up 217% year over year. This was driven by a strong revenue contribution from enterprise AI, with automotive and restaurants also contributing strong year-over-year growth. Our Q2 introduction of agentic AI is a tailwind across the business, and our channel investments are starting to pay dividends and have made a strong contribution, with expanded enterprise channel partnerships and deeper penetration with existing partners. In automotive, we signed a new OEM in China and saw a double-digit increase in ASPs primarily from further expansion of our generative AI solutions. Within restaurants, we once again accelerated location go-lives quarter over quarter, resulting in a step-up of revenue. We continue to see strong customer diversification, and through the first half, we don't have any customers contributing greater than 10% of our revenue. In Q2, our GAAP gross margin was 39%, down year over year, primarily due to the impact of the business and product mix of recent acquisitions. Adjusted for non-cash amortization of purchased intangibles and employee stock compensation, our non-GAAP gross margin was 58%. However, both metrics were up sequentially as we continue to realize improvements from acquisition synergies and drive a better product mix. We expect more cost synergies in areas such as cloud spend to take shape in the coming quarters as well. Inference costs on like-for-like models are rapidly declining, although that is offset by the rapid adoption of new models that continue to deliver seemingly new, amazing breakthroughs each and every quarter. And we are still evaluating low-margin contracts as they come up for renewal and identify other areas to improve efficiency. R&D expenses were $25.8 million in Q2, reflecting a 64% year-over-year increase, primarily driven by our acquisitions and, in particular, headcount and headcount-related costs. We also continue to invest in the ongoing enhancements of our speech foundation model, Polaris, which is delivering meaningful benefits to customers. As Keyvan highlighted, Polaris brings step-change improvements in performance, enabling us to rapidly incorporate cutting-edge research into our product offerings in cycles that were simply not possible in the pre-LLM era. This accelerated innovation loop reinforces our confidence in long-term value to our customers. And our research and innovation agenda has much broader reach as we expand multimodal, omni-channel solutions that accelerate us into the next era of human-computer interfaces. Sales and marketing expenses were $15.8 million in Q2, reflecting a 180% year-over-year increase, primarily driven by acquisitions. We continue to invest aggressively in capturing growth opportunities through direct sales, customer support, channel expansion, and a range of digital and physical demand generation initiatives. These efforts are fueling a robust and expanding pipeline of opportunities. G&A expenses were $18.2 million in Q2, reflecting a 91% year-over-year increase, primarily driven by our acquisitions. Sequentially, G&A costs remained stable, reflecting disciplined efforts to strengthen our control environment and streamline post-acquisition integration. We continue to drive efficiencies in our infrastructure spend while creating capacity to invest in modernization. We had non-cash employee stock compensation of $23.8 million and depreciation and amortization, including the amortization of intangibles, of $7.8 million in Q2, all of which are included in our GAAP results. The step-up in stock-based compensation in Q2 was partly the result of a small workforce reduction program as a result of our acquisition integrations, with modest impact from the inclusion of one-time separation packages that we don't expect to repeat going forward. Our Q2 financials include a loss related to the change in fair value of contingent liabilities, significantly impacting our GAAP income from operations in Q2 by approximately $31 million. Just a quick reminder, this stems from the acquisitions we have completed and is a non-operating and non-cash expense, and primarily reflects the quarter-on-quarter increase in our stock price. As such, this item has been excluded in our non-GAAP results. Adjusted EBITDA was a loss of $14.3 million. OI&E was $4.6 million income for the quarter. GAAP net loss of $74.7 million and GAAP net loss per share of 19 cents were negatively impacted by the change in fair value of contingent liabilities mentioned before. Non-GAAP net loss was $11.9 million, and non-GAAP net loss per share was 3 cents in the quarter. This adjusts for non-cash depreciation and amortization, M&A transaction costs, stock-based comp, and other non-cash items. Our balance sheet remains strong, with cash and equivalents at quarter end of $230 million and no debt. With that, let me discuss our financial outlook. Q2 was clearly a strong quarter for us, as the demand for our solutions is accelerating. We have said before that our momentum won't be linear, and we are moving fast to capture the underlying market shifts, which are clearly in our favor. That said, while we are staying ambitious, we want to create the appropriate space to make the right long-term choices for our business. All that said, we are increasing our outlook for 2025 revenue to $160 to $178 million. We still expect to ramp as we exit the year. Q2 was stronger than our initial expectation because of strong close rates on major deals. While we hope to repeat that each and every quarter, sometimes the lumpy nature of these deals can cause quarter-to-quarter volatility. The investments we are making are already showing high returns. We want to stay appropriately measured and aggressive. We are moving towards profitability, and we see that in the near-term horizon. We are being prudent on costs and see meaningful opportunity in cloud integrations and continued workforce optimization, particularly because of the opportunities generative AI is providing us operationally. All that said, we believe we can achieve adjusted EBITDA profitability as we exit 2025. In closing, it's clear that our momentum is real. We know we have a lot of opportunity in front of us, and we are operating with an urgency that reflects our optimism. The path forward may not always be linear, but our approach will remain tenacious. With that, we will now move to Q&A.
Thank you. At this time, we will conduct the question and answer session. As a reminder, to ask a question, you will need to press star 11 on your telephone and wait for your name to be announced. To withdraw your question, please press star 11 again. Please stand by while we compile the Q&A roster.
Stand by to the end. I'll give you a link how you can win $1,000. We're going to give it out on a live show.
Our first question comes from Jill Luria at D.A. Davidson.
Yes, thank you. In the prepared remarks, you went through the series of verticals and a lot of progress on all those.
Sounds
fronts,
like Andrew Marsh, the CEO of
sequential growth
Plug.
you had was probably the highest you've had in several years. It was all organic. How would you rank the contribution of the different verticals in terms of the contribution to the sequential growth?
Thanks, Gil. I can start on that. Well, I think we're seeing, as we noted, momentum across the board. So it's hard to rank. I can do it numerically, but I think maybe I'll step back and just do it more from an underpinning market momentum. So I do think we're continuing to see great progress on the enterprise side. We're just a few quarters post bringing the Amelia acquisition in-house, and we're making a lot of strides. I noted some of that in the prepared remarks, but it really, I guess, from a category, it kind of covers financial services, healthcare, insurance, energy, et cetera. And we've seen great progress. The thing that we noted, hopefully you caught, was it's not only one particular vertical, it's the cross-section that we're now able to bring our products across multiples of them. So, for example, we're bringing the enterprise product suite into our restaurant customers. We're being able to kind of bring the best of our platform technology and speech recognition more pervasively across all customers. So we're seeing a lot of traction across the board, but enterprise certainly is doing a great job. Restaurants, we continue to scale. I noted the location growth that we continue to see. This is one where we said it in prior quarters. Restaurants know they need to automate. We see different restaurants focus on different things, from whether it be cost efficiency to revenue and upsell to speed of service. All those factors matter, and we're also seeing it not just with customer-facing opportunities, but also for operational efficiency and back-of-house type of opportunities. And then our auto side, we noted that a big deal, a big win with a major OEM in China, and that just continues to demonstrate like this is a global opportunity. We're leading, our footprint's deepening, and when we bring all those together with what we highlighted with voice commerce, I mean, that's really the flywheel that's going to compound on top of one another, where you naturally interacting with your vehicle as you drive to work, or you watching TV on a Friday evening, or just on the go, being able to do commerce, reservations, appointments, manage a customer support issue. All those things are really building. So it really is truly across the board with just different degrees of positivity. I think ultimately I'd unpack all that to say that voice AI and conversational AI are clearly here, and we're just getting started.
I want to pick up on that particular announcement about the Chinese OEM. Usually when we talk about who you're displacing some legacy providers in auto and restaurants, and to some extent competing with the large with the big techs and the American big techs and their voice technology. But this is a little different. Who are you competing with to get that business, and how are you able to differentiate? I'm guessing against native Chinese AI companies.
Yeah, actually, we do compete against similar names in China. Also, maybe there are a couple of them that don't play there, but there are others that do, and in many cases, we go head to head with the legacy providers or the big tech providers, and we win usually on the quality of the technology when they evaluate, accuracy and comprehensiveness of all the features that we can provide. We also have the language coverage that some of the local providers may not necessarily have, and when an automotive OEM in China starts to ship outside of China, then our solution becomes a lot more attractive. But in this particular case, we're also providing the Chinese version of our engine to them.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gil.
Our next question comes from Scott Buck at H.C. Wainwright & Company.
Hi, good afternoon, guys. I'm curious, as demand for AI automation appears to be accelerating, are you seeing any opportunities to improve your selling process or maybe optimize pricing?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, we are selling AI to other companies, but we're also using AI internally to improve our processes. For example, compared to 2-3 years ago, there were things that would take several engineers several months to do. Now we can do them with one person in a matter of days. So the improvement is, we were talking about orders of magnitude, but our opportunities have also increased and surpassed that. That's why our headcount has gone up, and we have more engineers working on more things. So definitely it's impacting our development. And we were early to adopt AI in-house. There were some big tech companies, for example, that prohibited their employees to use AI for a while, and we actually were the opposite. We said use AI as much as possible. In terms of outbound sales and marketing, there is some of that exploration happening, but there are regulations also that we need to understand. So we'll have more to say about that in the future.
Great, that's helpful. And then second, I'm curious, of your existing customer base, how much of the potential wallet share do you think you have? I mean, is there 50% left in the current customers, or more than that of potential future earnings?
We think, Scott, there's a lot more than what you highlighted. We think we're just early penetration, again, of a new era of how companies will interact with their customers. We think voice AI as a penetration of overall sort of engagement is still pretty low, and so we see a ton of runway there. I think you've seen, I'm sure, just in general, IT budget allocation of total OpEx of many customers across verticals has been growing for a long time, and now within that, the AI allocation of spend has been growing significantly and outpacing, where there's trade-offs in other parts of the business line to offset and make sure there's room for AI growth. And then within the AI growth, certainly agentic in particular is just screaming out of the gate. So we think we're really low in penetration, and then the answers kind of got nuances depending on which particular business we talk about. But if I take auto, for example, it's not only just in terms of a
terms of like a OpEx budget profile or something, but as we grow and scale with our customers and there's more units out in market, for us, that's increased revenue because there's more royalties to get. As we bring new revenue streams, whether that's through restaurant activation of ordering and drive upsell, or whether that's through voice commerce, that's actually, expanding from IT budgets to marketing budgets and so forth. So I mean, really, it's a very small penetration, and we think there's a lot more runway.
That's perfect. I appreciate the added color, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Scott.
Our next question comes from Leo Carpillo at Joseph Gunnar.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I got a couple of quick questions. First, regarding the guidance you gave for 2025, the revised one, two parts. First, I saw that we had a Q2 beat, yet the guidance doesn't reflect that completely. Is that part of the seasonality you talked about, or is it just an element of conservatism? And then secondly, is there acquisitions
to make it easier for you guys? I just posted my analysis, the numbers, and a update, a brief
on the
summary
part of that question
of SoundHound on X. There's my X link. If you follow me, you can get free tickets for the giveaway as well.
Lumpiness.
More information about the giveaway coming up.
Major enterprises.
There's the X post,
the size of
and here is the post.
And we saw some in our favor this time, but we don't. While we go and chase it every quarter, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't.
Information from the CEO.
So there could be some natural seasonality there.
The numbers.
And I think
the analysis.
We want to be prudent, planners and set expectations and beat expectations. And that's the model we're trying to build for the long term. So that's probably baked into it as well. So all of that together, though, I don't want to back off the point that we're seeing tremendous momentum, and we want to really the numbers we're talking about this year will pale in comparison to the numbers we'll talk about for next year and the year after that. And we're certainly on that pathway. And I think historically our growth organically of 50+%, and now with other acquisitions, going even double of that, like that's a pace that we anticipate, for the foreseeable future. And we think, by the way, that's naturally attuned to how disruptive markets grow. Almost every cycle you see it in tech land. That's sort of how things play out. So to your second question, then. The guidance as we give them this time and how we've given them previously, they don't contemplate additional acquisitions that we may look at or may add. We'll update you if those do come to bear, but they don't require it. They're not baked into our assumption set. We only kind of base it off of what's in-house currently.
Thank you. A quick question also on the Red Lobster account link. Could you give us some background in terms of how did that contract came about? I mean, given that the company was in bankruptcy, how it came out. Just interested to know the details.
Yeah, I could just say, we've actually had them as a partner for a little while, and yes, they went through their own journey. I could say personally in our family, we're big fans. But they've kind of maintained, and they're kind of back now. And so we definitely had our own journey working with them through their bankruptcy dynamics, and now sort of renewed energy in that partnership, and we're scaling. And so, yeah, I mean, like a lot of I wouldn't just say it's specific to that one, but I would say in the restaurants, but even beyond restaurants, there's definitely a lot of companies that have been going through massive disruption, and we try to stay with them throughout whatever part of the journey they need. It does highlight, and it's not exactly your question, but I'll extend your question to this general point, which we said before around AI and automation. Depending on which direction you're going, AI and automation is really important. If you are a business that's challenged because of foot traffic declines or whatnot, you need automation for cost containment and cost reductions. If you're one that's seeing massive demand, you need automation to help you with throughput and speed of service and all those things. And again, those are the toggles that we provide across the board. And I think Red Lobster is no different than some of the other customers we've highlighted and that we work with.
Well, thank you, and congratulations on the quarter.
Thank you. Thanks, Leo.
Our next question comes from Mike Lattimore at Northland Capital Markets.
Hey, hi, this is Vijay Devar for Mike Lattimore. Can you provide any color on how to model 3Q versus 4Q revenue?
Sure. Hey, Vijay. So, we expect it'll ramp into the second half. I mean, we don't give we don't want to give too much in specifics, but I would expect that we're going to continue to gain momentum. And Q4, there's a number of deals that we have in motion. With Q3, you always have some time, especially because our penetration in Europe, you got summer months that you work through, and August shutdowns in certain cases, particularly with some of the industries we're working with, that generally you come out of the gate into the fall and you get a lot more momentum and get close into the year end, where a lot of companies have budgets they try to deploy at year end. So there's a lot of dynamics that are really just typical. If you look at our historical seasonality, you'll see some of that too. So I think you'll see Q4 will be bigger than Q3 is probably the sharpest I can get for you. And then we'll keep trying to penetrate as fast as we can. If we can pull stuff forward, then great. Ultimately, it's really just building out these relationships. And the other thing is, a lot of our existing contracts, we're seeing growth and scale. So some of the business do have just natural seasonality that plays out that I've talked about in prior calls. But that's probably how it guides you.
Got it. And if you would kind of highlight key drivers for growth in the second half, is it Amelia software sales or phone ordering or professional services? What would it be, or the combination of all three?
Yeah, all of the above. I think like we saw in Q2, it was growth across the board, across our pillars. We saw all of our pillars growing double digits. So we want to extend that and continue to drive that at very healthy clips. And some might be growing, much faster, and some might take a journey. But I think that net of it, like I think it was the first question in terms of how would I rank which verticals, performed at what level. Like, we're seeing it really across the board. Enterprise leading the charge. We're seeing great penetration in restaurants, getting deals with auto, great continued momentum. The other thing that I'll just highlight, use the question as an opportunity to talk about, and I mentioned this briefly in the prepared remarks, but one of the things we did and put a lot of emphasis as we began this year was around investing in customer success and making sure that our existing book of business, where there maybe previously had been leakage and some churn, that we're refining that, we're turning that around into, from reductions into maintenance to actually growth. And we saw great success in Q2, so we do expect that will continue. And then using that as an opportunity to expand, we did that. We highlighted one big QSR where we had cross-sell. So there's multiple ways now where we can expand with existing customers. So we do anticipate a lot of that. My point of all that is that not only will come from new logos across the verticals, but I think the expanding within existing partnerships is a great opportunity. And then lastly, I'll say we put a lot of energy into the indirect channel and a lot of investment there. And we had a great deal of progress we saw in Q2 on the indirect channel side. And that's one that when that engine gets going, it can really accelerate. So we're excited about the possibilities of that in the second half of this year as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Thomas Blakely at Cantor.
Yeah, hey guys, thanks for taking my questions and congratulations on the results. In the auto vertical, pillar one, I suppose, congratulations on the China win. Can you just maybe talk to, maybe the royalty opportunity there? I understand you guys typically have some kind of non-recurring revenue up front when you win a big customer like this, but I know you don't want to give the customer name, but just kind of any indication there in terms of size and opportunity on like maybe a SAR basis. And using that as a segue, I think we need an update on, tariffs and units on the auto side. And I have a follow-up if you can, please.
Sure, I'll start. On the first part of your question, actually, let me back up and say there's really kind of four things we deliver for automotive companies. And you're right, they do have different revenue characteristics, and each deal is different and so forth. But we got our traction with cloud services. We penetrated further with our edge solutions. We've added on in recent years our generative AI capabilities that expand the solution set for customers, and consumers can navigate and have very engaging conversations on a multitude of topics. And now voice commerce is getting us a lot of traction. So if you kind of say that full suite of solutions, of which we have mega OEM customers that are participating in all of those areas. We do have new deals where oftentimes you'll kind of start with one thing and grow with others. I mean, we've talked about some of the big OEMs that we work with where that's been the history that we've seen. And sometimes in the past that's taken several quarters, a couple of years. We are seeing that speed of opportunity a little faster. So, this one, we think this is, especially the units of these automakers in China, there's a lot of great opportunity to both grow across all those platforms. Generative AI is bringing completely new ways of engaging, and then voice commerce is just getting going. So when we can bring voice commerce and connect our, for example, restaurant ecosystem with OEMs, there's a lot more opportunity. So that was the first part. I think the second part was tariffs and just impact. We're not immune. I would say the tariff dynamic that's been playing out all year, we don't have any direct impact on our business from the tariffs, but we do have secondary impact from the tariffs. So when, tariffs have certainly affected the auto space generally, and that does impact us because our ongoing revenue is royalty-based and shipment-based and so forth. And so if auto shipments kind of change, then that might affect the royalties that we record. But generally, we're watching it closely. I think most of the industries that we play in, I will say some are immune, but everybody's watching it closely. Despite sort of the dynamic and the uncertainty, I think, as I said to an earlier question, the AI investments are continuing at a really high pace, and so I think that's still
Bell is about to go.
Able to have these important strategic conversations of what we can deliver for them.
Coming to the end, our $1,000 giveaway coming up in a minute. It's exciting.
In the right direction with
information
that
on that.
Cadre of services.
Market's going up.
So on the auto side. So maybe my second question would be on the voice commerce. I think you've mentioned it a couple different times. It certainly sounds like it's being
I'm about to sell more SNP to buy more Bitcoin and XRP.
As Kayvon was alluding to, maybe just to address head on, because this is obviously a huge optionality for SoundHound. And you mentioned all businesses were up double digits. Could you maybe
586 is the number I'm looking for.
Voice commerce. It sounds like it maybe is pulled in. You weren't expecting any revenues until calendar 26, I think was the most recent kind of messaging to the street. But it sounds like maybe that's changed. I just wanted to get a clarification there. And thank you very much for your time.
2, 1. We have had revenue impact from voice commerce indirectly because it has a flywheel effect. It improves adoption.
586 is the magic number.
So if you're an automaker and you comparing a SoundHound solution to another one, so first we claim and prove to our customers that we have a better quality, and they test it and they validate it for themselves. But then we also tell them that with voice commerce, they can provide transactional opportunities to their end users, making it a better experience, but also these transactional opportunities generate revenue, and they can get a cut of that revenue. That gives them something that historically have never had anything like that before. So that really encourages them to lean in with SoundHound. We are actually running pilots with new brand OEMs that have not been using our assistant in the past, but now they're running the pilot with our voice commerce. And we've been winning and securing additional deals because of that. Same in Pillar 2. So when we are talking to, for example, a restaurant to power AI and automation, again, they compare us to, maybe there are others, and they realize we have the best solution for them. But then we also give them the vision of voice commerce that can bring additional leads to them from the ecosystem of devices that we power. And as far as we know, no one else can make that promise to them. And that also helps them or encourages them to lean in with SoundHound. So we are seeing more wins and bigger pipeline in our Pillar 1 and Pillar 2 because of the voice commerce vision that now we can demonstrate it. So it had an indirect impact. Now, until we go live at scale, we are not going to report its revenue contribution in a meaningful way, but that is going to happen very soon.
Thank you, Kayvon.
Our last question comes from James Fish at Piper Sandler.
Hi, thank you. This is Caden on for Fish. So I was just kind of wondering what's going on in the QSR vertical with some of the larger opportunities not signed yet, such as like the McDonald's of the world. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for the question. I'd just say that we have, continued to grow with more and more of the QSRs. We've noted with 7 of the top 20 QSRs, and which I guess basically says there's 13 more to go after, and we're going after in a hurry. And but even just with the group that we are working with, there's just so much scale opportunity. We've really only penetrated a small part. I mentioned in the prepared remarks that we're in 14,000 locations. Well, that is a small fraction of what's available. And again, that's a global opportunity. We're now live across 3 continents. We're penetrating, and we've highlighted in our prepared remarks some of the big brands that we are working with. And I think most notably, in this space, we do have major differentiation. We look at the competitive landscape as, call it like three different worlds. There's sort of legacy, mostly private companies that, what we've seen, at least we don't believe they have sufficient tech capabilities to really keep pace of where the opportunity is going. We do see, in some cases, some of the bigger tech players reaching in here with unlimited resources. It's a competitive set we've competed against for quite some time, and we think our focus, our niche, opportunity where we have dedicated teams and we have custom solutions and we full product suite, and we can work in service of those customers to deliver value for their end customers. We found that agility and speed and focus that we work with has been a differentiator. So we think we can go and get more and more, and we look forward to sharing more and more big logos as we go forward. And lastly, I'll just say the voice commerce one is something unique. There's really nobody else out there that's kind of talking about bringing new leads where they really want to, companies, like you cited, want speed. They want to be able to capture new leads, and they want throughput, and they want to get more and more of their great food out there for their end customers. And our voice commerce solution is very unique, and so we're leading with that. We're getting a lot of traction, and at the same time, we have omni-channel ways of going about it. We have phone ordering, we have drive-through, we do SMS, we can work on many different platforms, and that's very unique in the ecosystem. So we're excited about it. We're just again, great momentum, but just getting going, and excited to share more in future quarters.
Thanks. Maybe on that drive-through, what percentage of QSRs have the drive-through today, and where do you think that could shake out in 2 to 3 years from now?
I don't know if your question was what percent of QSRs have drive-throughs, meaning generically in the industry, or how many of our business are drive-through weighted versus phone. I'm assuming it's
how many is your business?
Yeah. So we're of the 14,000, the vast majority or the majority is definitely on the phone ordering, and and a lot of those scale faster. I've talked in earlier calls about once you integrate with the point of sales, for example, and we talked about how we have channel partnerships with the likes of Square and Toast and Olo and Oracle Micro Symphony, and where you work at the larger ones with custom point of sale solutions. And that allows us then, once you have updated menu and pricing and so forth, you can really scale across all sorts of restaurants really quickly. And then sometimes you just have to have a conversation with franchisees if a restaurant operations has franchisees. When it comes to drive-throughs, of which we're in hundreds and we're growing fast, there's some other requirements in terms of drive-through hardware. Do you have the right display board? Do you have the right microphone set up onwards? And so we're working with that. We announced a partnership this time with PAR, but there's several others that we work with, and Samsung, HME, and others that we're having a lot of great conversations on how do we scale and deploy faster. One of the things that we're really excited about, we're innovating together with some of these major QSRs in terms of if, for example, on a drive-through retrofit, there's some permitting and just a high cost of capital to get that going. And if that might take 6-12 months, where are ways that we can really scale much faster, much more rapidly? And so we work and we've innovated on smaller footprint posts that you can have we'll call it, visualize a small tablet and a microphone and so forth, and you can activate voice ordering through AI that way, and we've deployed those at some of our brands that we've highlighted before, and that allows us to rapidly scale on the drive-through side. So the drive-through opportunity, by the way, more and more, it's not only going to be a drive-through like you get there and you're used to just pulling up to the post and ordering, whether it's through voice commerce or other modalities that we're using, you can actually order ahead now and just pick up on a rapid line. And we have major, by the way, restaurants where we've already, through our solutions, kind of seen average order times go from minute plus to sub a minute. And ultimately, especially during business times for the QSRs, that's a signal of just increased revenue. So all those things are in motion, and a lot of opportunity here, and we're excited about where we're going.
Great. Thank you. And congrats on the quarter.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
This concludes the question and answer session. Thank you for your participation in today's conference. This does conclude the program. You may now disconnect.
There we go. There was SoundHound earnings. Okay, now we're going to give you the opportunity to win $1,000. Also, I'd like to mention, is there anybody in the chat that missed their earnings? Because we had jam-packed earnings. We've had multiple earnings to cover at the same time. We can now cover maybe in the region of 8-10 earnings a day live, because we can multi-stream, all three of us, myself, Vaz and Sensei. So more people are asking for more and more earnings all the time. So we are always growing, and it's always, the capacity is increasing. But there's a few people, I think there's one person who gave me a super chat who missed their earnings. One of those was Landbridge. We're doing Landbridge next. But there was one other. If you are in the chat, please remind me who you were, please. One of our members gave me a super chat. I think it was $5, who asked me to cover an earnings. We've now increased capacity. We've had to grow into this. So we had some growing pains because we're now coming up to 100,000 subscribers, and more people are asking me to do more things, and no one could work harder. I'm live like 12, 14-hour days, 7 days a week now. Sensei is full-time. Vaz is becoming more full-time. We're growing all the time. So there may be one person, and I'd never lose one person. I don't want one person left behind. So if there is one person here who didn't have their earnings, I'll know who you are because I'll remember the moment you tell me. But just put in the chat, what was the stock that you wanted and didn't get? Because I will do it for you in this morning's program. So I will cover it for you. If you don't reply to me, or you're not here, or you decided to unfollow me, I can't do much about that. But if you are here, let me know. This is your one-time chance. Unfortunately, we do our very best, but we're growing very quickly. More and more people are making requests. I always say, ask me before you give me a super chat for what earnings you would like. People don't. They just give me a super chat. Then it doubles, triples up. Also, we do have the dates changed. I can't control that. The companies themselves move the dates. That does happen as well. That provides clashes. So we're providing solutions to be able to cover more and more for you. But there may be, as I say, there may be one person here who didn't have their call. If they're not in the chat right now, I'm not going to be able to reach them. But I will try again on a normal show, and see if they're in the chat. But unfortunately, sometimes if people don't get what they want straight away, they just unsubscribe and leave, and that's fine. But I'll always get it done. I'll always deliver it. And remember, I only charge $5 to do this. It's not, my time is worth more than $5, but I do the best I can. I'm sorry if one person gets left behind, but I do make every effort to make sure everybody is taken care of. I don't think anyone has come back. No, it wasn't CoinDeep token. It wasn't that. So I know who you are when you say I'll remember. You remember anyway. So that was a non-member saying that. All right, we're about to sell. Let's have a look. We're about to sell. Hang on, the S&P 500. The magic number is 586. 583. nearly 584, $2.5 to go, and then we'll be selling another round of tax lots to buy more crypto. I'm trying to get to $100,000 in Bitcoin and XRP and Ethereum, in no particular sort of balance. My portfolio is growing astronomically, so it will outgrow. The balance will outgrow enough to buy more S&P to balance it out over time. But there you go. So let me now do the $1,000 giveaway where we watch the S&P. If we hit 586, I will sell more. My portfolio is now, if it's let's have a look. Another all-time high set again, 2659. That's another all-time high. I've now got invested 300. Remember, I started with $5,000 4 years ago. No options, no shorts. I used to say no crypto. Can't say that anymore. 340, 350, $360,000 now invested. Wow, $360,000 now invested. I started with $5,000 just 4 years ago and was earning nothing on YouTube at all. This is my only job, and there you see it. There it is. This is my real money, all my money, and wow, can you believe that? Pretty amazing, isn't it? Anyway, we'll keep our eye on that. Is that going to go there? Right. So now let me go through the comments and questions, see if I got anybody tell me about the stock I missed. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. That's a great shame. You saw what happened this morning when we don't. It's the way people are, I'm afraid. People unsubscribe because I wasn't talking about XRP this morning. People do it all the time, but we don't really mind that. If people just here for one stock, this isn't the channel for them. We are a whole community, family. No one gets left behind. Everyone gets their voice on the show. But some people go, he's not talking about XRP. I don't want it. And they unsubscribe, and then they miss all the good stuff because in 5 minutes later, we are talking about it. There are thousands of stocks. We cover them all. We cover all the major events live. Everyone has a voice. So happy I found you. Amy Campos, may I welcome you to the show? And I'll tell you that 13% of our audience are ladies, which is fantastic because most channels that cover crypto are less than 1%. We have 13%. We are the highest engagement rate of any channel in the world when it comes, even more than Mr. Beast, when it comes to live viewers who are members. 98% of our regular live viewers are members and 13% are ladies. We have lots of records, which you can go and check. There's all these different softwares you can use. Don't take my word for it. Go and check it. But we have lots of records like that on YouTube. It's amazing. 583, nearly 584, $2 to go, and we can sell our next round of tax lots. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, it's breaking. It's breaking quickly. It's breaking quickly. So we're going to another all-time high. I'm up $1,300 today. This is nuts. I cannot believe it. I can, because I planned for it. The biggest outperformer, as I told you it would be, is Ethereum. I told everybody, I gave you this information, and I wanted everyone to be part of this. I spoke to the Bank of America. I spoke to the brokerage. I spoke to the mayor and the site manager of the exchange being built down in Dallas, and Robinhood, and I knew they were buying Ethereum. That the whole New York Stock Exchange is going on Ethereum. So I said to guys, this is where to buy it, and you want to buy it through iShares, which is what I've done, and I'll show you how I did it. There it is, and it's the only asset I've ever bought in 4 years that has never been down after I bought it. It's quite nuts. I mean, I'm not saying it won't go down. I don't think it will, but I've never bought an asset where I've actually been up from the second I bought it. You normally go down a cent, don't you, or $2, or you normally go down. I mean, it has never seen red. It's the only asset I've ever bought in 4 years that has never seen red. It's because the timing. I was told about this. I was on the phone late at night. I shared it on X, told everybody about it. And there it is. Right, let me go through the comments and questions. Are we going to sell our S&P right now? Just remember, we're only selling tax lots at the top. We're keeping all the stocks that we bought over the 4 years. Just the very top ones that were bought too expensive. We're using tax lots. We're taking no profit. We're losing no money. We're simply reducing our balance sheet to bring everything in balance. We never lose. We don't pay tax. Right, let me go to some of the comments and questions. I've got another event coming up for you in a minute. Thank you, Amy. You're very welcome. Got my ETH yesterday because of you. Thank you. You're very welcome. It's not because of me. It's because of you. But congratulations. I'm going to be buying a lot more. I'm going to be getting over $100,000 into crypto. Bearing in mind, I had no crypto at all 3.5, 4 weeks ago. None whatsoever. So, it's relatively serious, I think. 100 grand in a few weeks. So anyway, are you live every day? Yes, I'm live all day, every day. We're here to serve and help people. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to sell stuff. And tonight, Amy, where are you from, by the way? And what's your favorite music? I'm the world piano man. I've toured all over the world. I've had my own Vegas show, performed in the West End of London, all sorts of things. And tonight we're doing an XRP party on the music channel. So I'm going to give you the information now how you can win $1,000. Everyone's waiting for it. We've also got another event scheduled in a few moments as well. So let me give you this. This is our event tonight, Amy. This is of interest, might be of interest to you. Let me show you. Okay, here it is. So tonight on the music channel, in my studio behind me, this is the studio behind me, I'll be performing my live concerts as I do every Friday at 4 p.m. Central. This event here is called XRP Ladies Night. We were celebrating XRP exploding. It will be a great night. Live requests, live songs, 14 voices, several different languages. I do voices of Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney, Elton John, all kind of things live in the show. Big screen, 4K, surround sound. The first few people that come in here now get a free song request. The first two. That's it. The first two I will give a free song request to. There you go. And I do videograms where you get to keep the video. I do a call out for you where I'll call your name out and you get to keep the video. So the first two people who click on that and give a request, you get two. The first two will get a free song request. All right. People pay between $10 and $500 for song requests, and you also get a videogram as well where you can keep the video. All right. So I'll give that 10 seconds. See who's going to be the first person. I'm just giving you the link in the chat. The first two people. Who's it going to be? Who's going to give me the first two songs? Ethereum is exploding. It's up 5%. Is there any surprise? None whatsoever. This was as clear as day. All right. So I hope everyone's happy about that. All right. There you go. No one's done it yet. I can't believe it. I'll come back to that in a minute. I can't believe it. Right. Let me give you $1,000. Let me go to all the questions. So thank you very much indeed. Gotta go. Vanessa celebrates 11 months membership. It's my birthday today. Everybody spam, copy and paste in the chat. Happy birthday, Vanessa. Vanessa, you know what happens. You know what happens. We celebrate your birthday live on the show tonight in the music channel. We don't do it live on the shows anymore because it disturbs Leah. Too much noise. So, Vanessa, live on the show tonight, we will celebrate your birthday. So happy birthday, Vanessa. Everyone copy and paste. And then join me tonight, Vanessa, for the show, and we shall celebrate with a song. Happy birthday, Vanessa. Here we go. Copy and paste. I'm going to give you $1,000 giveaway in a second. There's copy and paste. Happy birthday. Let's go, Vu. Yes, it's looking incredibly good. Yeah, it's looking insanely good, to be honest. Wow. There we go. 586, $2 away, and we'll be selling another round of the S&P. Wow, look at that. Nuts. Not one per... Oh, there we go. There's Mike. I was wondering why no one would come in. Sorry, but can't be here tonight. There's Mike. There you go. Mike, he's just popped in. The first two people will get a free song request. Mike, our love goes to you at this very, very difficult time. There is the link to the music show for tonight. All right, come back. Now, you need to subscribe. You need to subscribe if you want to comment. Subscribers only, right? It's free. Just subscribe. Going to see a Johnny Cash tribute band. Oh, lovely. Well, I'll be singing Johnny Cash just for you, just so you can see it later. All right, let me come back to comments and questions. Here comes the giveaway. Let me just get through this. Good morning, family. Brian, how you doing? Wassa. Thank you. I got the X app, so I don't miss anything from you. Thank you, Amy. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Loads of happy birthday. XRP pump. Yes, it's doing rather well, isn't it? It's doing rather well. There's our Bitcoin. It's flat right now. XRP is flat right now. It's not pumping now, by the way, just so you know. Ethereum is up 2%. I told you this was the biggest one, way bigger than XRP at the moment, because the whole of the New York Stock Exchange is going to go onto Ethereum. I've had that from the people that work there, live on the phone to me. All right, Chris Investment. Here we go. Here the request. Nice one. Get to the pub. Don't remember the list song. If you can do home country roads. There you go. John Denver. Chris Invest. Okay. The first two people. Ethereum has just broken $4,000. This was my top tip of the week. Top tip of the year. To be honest with you, look at that. Look at that. Right. I've got to look at that. It's my top tip. This was the best tip I've ever given. I don't think I've ever given a more timely tip than this. There's never been anything like it. Look at it. Look at that. Holy flipping moly. It's going to be the New York Stock. It's not written anywhere. I had this tip. Oh my gosh. Right. Let me give you the giveaway. I'm trying to get through all the questions. We can celebrate Vanessa and Joshua's birthday tonight. Yes, we will do that. Can't wait for that. Joshua, yes. Your voice is breaking up. No, it's not. You just need to go in and out of the app. In and out of the app. Just leave the app and come back in. XRP or ETH, which one's the best long term? They're very different. Sound down squeezing. Thank you. I used to buy it on Robinhood, Coinbase, but I heard your video about the reasoning. Yes, makes more sense. I'm glad you agree with that. Why is your share S&P VU IVV higher than Vanguard? The share price is not what you should be looking at. It's the inception date. They were launched at different times. The price is not important. I am VU, you are IVV. It's a different asset. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. I'll be there bringing on your videos. Thank you so much indeed. Sending you love, Mike. Yes, indeed. I like country. Do you do any country? Toby Keith, rest in peace. Sorry, I don't do Toby Keith, I'm afraid. Should have been a cowboy, said Amy. All right. Happy birthday, Vanessa. Happy birthdays are flying in from everyone. It's wonderful. I'm trying to get through all the comments. Your XR Priest by X. I can't give a quote like that. I'm not going to. Can anyone do a song request that's not a member? Yes. There's no memberships on the music channel. There are no memberships. There are no ads. I turn it all off so you can watch for free. You don't have to be a member. I don't earn any money on ad revenue. It's all free. You just super chat me. That's it. Mike, have fun tonight. Ethereum is just, yeah, I know. I'm going to cover it now. XRP, I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get to, should have been a cowboy. Is that a name of a song? I don't have that. I've got some Glenn Campbell and Kenny Rogers, if that helps. Martyn is the king of the Midas Golden Touch. I just basically know the right people, that's all. XRP, I don't did a bit off topic. Meetup, but could the meetup be in January 26th? Should we do a meetup? If you want a meetup, let me know in the chat. I'd love to do a meetup again. I own space. Okay, XRP, $1,500. All right, okay, let me do the giveaway. I've got so much to share with you. It's ridiculous. All right, here we go. Another all-time high. 266. Oh my God. Oh, 360 grand invested. It's going nuts. It's going nuts. Anyway, let me do the giveaway. I'm trying to do a giveaway for people. It's getting hard to answer all the questions. 584 at 586. We're selling so right. I'm just gonna slow down. Because if I don't slow down, I'll blow up. Let me go green. Let me go green. I'm gonna blow a gasket in a minute. So here we go. If you want to win $1,000, this is what you do. All right, it's free to enter, free for all. Let me just reschedule this event. I'm going to do it in 15 minutes because people are like, what the heck is going on? I got event after event and one's delayed, but not a problem. I shall reschedule that for 15 minutes from now. Customization. Let me just reschedule this because people are going, what the heck is going on? 9:15, there you go. Right, change that. Right, now if you want to win $1,000 in XRP, you can sell it for cash, of course, do what you want. I'm just going to pay it to you in XRP. It's completely free to enter. You don't have to be a member, all right? So if you all click subscribe, have you all tap the like button? Okay, here's what you do. And this is the giveaway. Here it comes right now. So let me end the poll. For SoundHound, let me give this here. XRP, $1,000 XRP give away. There it is. I've pinned it to the top. Okay. I'll put it in the chat as well 3 times. There it is, pinned to the top. martynlucas.com/giveaway. And it's not a con, it's not a scam. This is my real money. Mine, Sensei's, and Vaz's. We're giving it 3-way to you, $333 each, live on the show. This is the event here. It will take place live on the show, so you'll see me pay it out to one of you. You have to be present to win. The terms and conditions are all here. On the 15th of September at 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Okay? Here is the video that explains all about it, and you win tickets by watching this. All you're doing are collecting tickets, and you can win with just 1 ticket, but the more tickets you get, the more chances you have of winning. It's entirely up to you how many tickets you want. The more you do, the more you get, but you haven't got to pay anything, download anything, buy anything, at all. And it's all done here on this competition. Now, when you come in here, you have to sign in. Some people go, I can't do it because they haven't read the instructions. You've got to sign in. If you don't sign in, how the hell do we know who you are? You can sign in with an email. You can sign in with Google, YouTube, Discord, Instagram, several ways. It's up to you how you sign in. We do not want your details. We do not ask for your details. And if you get something saying it's asking for your details, it's not. And if it is, if it does do that for you, it's an error. Just go, no, we do not ask for details. We do not want your details. We don't collect information. Not interested. I wouldn't even know what to do with it if I did. All right. So I ain't got time to collect anyone's email address. I ain't got time. So none of that nonsense goes on. And every day you can click for a daily bonus. Every day on the page, we give you free tickets just by coming back and looking, because every day I give you new things and some of you will miss them. So every single thing is free. You don't download, buy, or anything. All right. So the first one is 100 tickets because Sensei you can sign up for his newsletter, the free plan. You sign up for the free plan. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. You can enter by watching the XRP Ladies Show, which was the last week's video. This won't be available for much longer because tonight I'll replace it with tonight's show. So you've only got today to get the tickets for this one, and there was 100 tickets available. This will be gone by the end of the day because we'll have the new concert tonight. Watch it, enjoy it. It'll give you a flavor of what you're going to get tonight. All right. At the beginning, middle, and end, I give you 3 numbers, and you can add them together, and then you can enter in this box here. You can't guess because if you try a few times, it'll lock you out, think you're a spammer, and you'll be out of the competition. So I wouldn't recommend you try that. All right. Post on X. Post on X. You might go, well, I haven't got X. Don't do it then. Sign up for X or don't do it. It's up to you. Follow me on X, follow Vaz, repost something. And right at the bottom, I've got a big one. Look at that. Repost 500 tickets just to see if anyone would look. 500 tickets to repost this. Now, if you've already reposted, if you've already subscribed to my music channel, if you've already subscribed to this channel, go and claim the ticket. It knows you've done it. And if you lie, it knows you lying and it will validate the ticket in 24 hours. So there's no point lying, all right? It just goes in and invalidates the ticket, all right? My portfolio is breaking another all-time high. I think we're going to get another all-time high. Let's have a look. Yep, it's nearly another all-time high. There we go. Another all-time high. It's all about the right people. You know the right people. I just share the information with you. That's all I do, and we're all winners here. Right, so that's the competition. Now, what's the chances of you winning? A lot of people want to know. They go, how many people have entered? You got 100,000 subscribers. Is it 100,000 people? No, it's not. It's hardly anybody at all. I got some stuff coming through. I think. Take What You Want song by Post Malone featuring Ozzy. Carnifex. It didn't play. It didn't play because I was showing the competition. Let me do it for you now, and I'll answer your question. So here we go. Recent events. Here we go. You just did this. I just missed it. Sorry about that. Let me replay it for you. Here we go.
At Carnifex 7502 donated $9.99 through a super chat. Take What You Want song by Post Malone featuring Ozzy.
So Carnifex, I can do 2 Ozzy Osbourne songs. I don't know that one, but I know Coming Home and Dreamer. I can do both of those, and I will gladly do that for you tonight. Now, you've got a super chat in early because the concert is 1 hour, and it's the highest super chats first. So you've done a super chat of $10. So you will just go into the show and remind me tonight you've done that. Otherwise, I will forget. Here's the link for tonight's show. So go in there and tell me that you did that, Carniflex. Let me just give you the link to the show tonight. All right. There you go. All right. Do that now. And you will get your song because it's the highest super chats first in the first hour. After that, it's finished unless we go over to an encore overtime. And then the super chats go up if people want me to carry on going. So you have got your song in. I can only sing so many songs in the first hour. So it looks like you're going to get your song play tonight in that first hour. So congratulations to you. And as you've paid $10, if you're in live and you tell me to dedicate it to somebody, right, I will dedicate it to somebody and you get to download and keep that video as well. You get the copyright for it and you will have the video of your own, all right? But you need to be live so I can read out the name and do that for you. That's tonight, all right? That's if you do a $10 super chat, which you have just done. So you've got that, right? So, okay. Let me tell you the odds then for winning the competition. There's not 100,000 people entered it. In fact, there is 435. Now, that was about half an hour ago. Let me refresh the screen. This is behind the scenes. No one shows you stuff like this. I show you everything. 442. That's all the people that have entered our giveaway. Some people have tried to scam it. We've had 5,400 actions. That's people doing things. 362 are from scammers. So if you said you subscribed and you didn't, it just takes it away. All right. If you tried to get round things and do VPNs and double accounts, you just get shut out and you get invalidated. So don't do it because it's like waste of time, really. I don't mind if you want to do it. I don't care less. But anyway, top users. Who are the top users? Who has done everything? Well, the highest tickets available is 2,293. 1, 2. Only 2 people now have done everything. Can you believe it? Only 2. It's getting less every day. Only 2 people. Who are those 2 people? James 007 and Renee Zanon. Only 2 people. And remember, some of those things are going to fall off today, including the concert from last week. So you've got a 1 in a 1 in 442 chance, if you want to compare it to how many people are in the show doing the competition, and only two have got all the tickets. So it's good odds, very good odds. It's good odds for those who are not lazy. People who are lazy, it's rubbish, all right? Anyway, it's up to you. Oh my God. Are we going to sell more? 586. Holy flipping moly. If we hit 586, I relieve another 10 grand, tax-free, no tax to pay, selling for a wash, owning the lower positions to bring down the margin and bring the portfolio into balance. This is getting pretty crazy. And I am now considering, no. Don't do that. Let it go. Let that stock go. Let that stock go. I don't want to sell anything, but I'm going to let that stock go because I've got to bring the portfolio into balance. Discipline is more than power of money. Discipline is everything. And I've got to stick to what I know is right. The strategy is right. Don't deviate it because it's like, oh my God, how much money? We don't need any more money. We don't need any more money. I started from 5 grand. I've got 266. I mean, I don't need any more money. All right. So there you go. It's falling again. So we don't chase. We know our trimming levels. We know our tax lots. We stick to it. Holy flipping moly. What are you saying? What's that for? What's that for, mate? Hey, bestie. How you doing? Morning. Morgan Stanley cut space price targets 250 due to delay. Brian Bynum. What delay? Have we got a delay on Virgin Galactic I don't know about? What's going on? Delay? What on the... Brian, give me that information. I want to report that. I subscribe and follow you on X, but I can't tell if you... If I... Yes, you can. You can tell. You can tell because it will give you the ticket number you've got. Go to your page. It's your page. Right? Go to your page and it will tell you, I've got no tickets. I can't enter. Let me fix my camera. It will tell you how many tickets you've got. And also everything you've done has got a tick next to it. Now, we won't tell you. We're not going to tell you if you are on the scam list, obviously, because if you are a scammer or you've got a blacked out email or you're using VPNs or you're trying to con the system, I'm not going to tell you who you are. You know who you are. If you created multiple accounts, you know who you are. So if you've done it correctly, that 500 will be a tick and your points up the top there, would have gone up. Now, they might have gone up, but be validated if you're a scammer. All right. Well, if you're not a scammer, you don't nothing to worry about. All right. But if you are trying to scam the system, and there are people trying to every day, you'll go, oh, I got all these points. You ain't. You got nothing. All right. But we don't tell you you're a scammer. You don't do stuff and then we just go no. Because we're basically telling you, you know you're a scammer. We don't need to tell you, all right? And we're not going to circumvent it so you know how we do it. I wouldn't call it a delay, though. Send me that. SoundHound AI finally getting momentum. SoundHound, yeah, there it is. SoundHound. Right, I've got my next event coming up. MSK, Martyn. I was repeating what you said, Uncle Martyn. Holy flipping moly. Got it. I'll check that. Thank you. You're welcome. Donahue George is reporting that 2 XRP ETFs already on threshold. Yeah. I told you about it. I spoke to the bank. I spoke to Robinhood. And I don't mean Robinhood customer service. I've got connections and I knew this was coming out. I told you about it. It's why I bought all that in Ethereum. Why did I do it? I mean, some of my lovely trolls go, you don't know anybody. You're making it all up. Well, yeah, I'm making it all up. And that's why I went out and borrowed margin to buy 60 grand worth of crypto because I'm making it up. All right. So if you think I'm making it up, that's fine. Go and troll somewhere else. But if you're thinking I'm making it up, how did that happen? How did that happen if I was making it up? Right. So yeah, I'm not really talking to anybody. I don't really have a White House press room contact. I don't really talk to CEOs. even though you've seen them on the show. You've seen me phone them up on the show. Yesterday, I was texting Jefferson Boots live on the show. I talked to Wall Street managers. I talked to Bank of America. I talked to the exchange down in Dallas. I talked to the people. You've seen it on the show. And if you haven't, that's because you don't watch or you're not a member and you miss all the CEO interviews. But if you still don't believe me, why would I go out when I'm not even a crypto guy? I only buy the S&P. Why would I go out and borrow 60 grand on margin and buy all this crypto at the exact moment it went up? Because I'm making it up? Because I'm guessing? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm the greatest guesser in the history of the world. Maybe I just keep guessing right all the time. Maybe I just win on my trades all the time just because I'm guessing. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Fake news on delay. What are your thoughts on putting Ethereum on IBIT? And it's a great idea because then you pay no tax. I'm going to do I'm going to do a full live stream, a full video for you, explaining the costs between buying Ethereum and buying the ETHA and the IBIT. But yes, you should buy it on your Roth IRA because now you can trade it and sell it tax-free. That is the beauty of doing that because you can't do that with a crypto coin. So you might as well. It's even better because I'm never going to sell it. I'm only going to borrow against it, or the XRP I'm giving away to you as prizes. It's a bit different, but I will be buying more on my IRA when I get my allocation. I'm on January the 1st at midnight, but I'm fully allocated right now. So yeah, absolutely. Can we have a second and third prize for the giveaway? Maybe some merch. That's not a bad idea. It's not in the terms and conditions. Maybe I'll surprise everybody. And making the prize even bigger. How about that? Martyn, how much margin are you using now? How much margin am I using now? There you go. On the screen. You can see for yourself. How will they add XRP ETF? They will just show up on the exchange or they will be an IPO. Yeah, it'll just go live. We'll know about it. Is there an IPO? I don't think there is an IPO for an ETF. I don't know. It's a good question. Initial public offering. I don't know if there's an IPO. I've never heard of that. I tell you what. Let me try to find that out. Let me just find that out. That's a good question. I don't think they do. I don't see why not. Let me have to do a bit of research for you. No, it's not exactly. ETFs don't go through a traditional IPO the way companies do. No. When a company goes public, it sells directly, raises capital, blah, blah, blah. Here's how an ETF works. An ETF issuer creates the fund and gets regulatory approval. Large institutions called authorized participants exchange a basket for the underlying securities for creations of the ETF. The creation units are then broken up and sold on an exchange. The ETF begins trading publicly on its launch date, which looks like an IPO, but there's no on-time capital raising event from the public. Okay, so there you go. So no, it just goes live. There's no IPO. In other words, you can't pre-buy it. In other words, you can't get ahead of the game. There you go. So no, you can't pre-buy it. When it goes live, I will be buying it on the day it goes. Absolutely, 100%, 100%. I will be buying it on the day it goes live. Morgan Stanley, what is the magic number? Rizzo, I've no idea what you're talking about. The magic numbers are numbers that we give throughout the live shows, and you add them together for the competition. There is no magic number in this show. There's no mention on the competition page about a magic number in this show. you've not read the information correctly. Go back to martynlucas.com/giveaway and read the information. It tells you which shows have magic numbers on them. It gives you the link of that show. There are no magic numbers on this show. I didn't say there was. There's no link to it. It doesn't exist. All right? Okay. Don't know why someone's writing silly things like that. If you say one more silly thing like that, we'll just ban you from the channel. Virgin Galactic is delaying the launch of its much-anticipated Delta spacecraft. The craft was set to debut in summer. Now, hang on. What's this? It's now slated for the fall of that year, per Bloomberg. Okay. No, that's an overreaction. I agree with that. I'm not sure how you've missed tickets, Casey. That's because last night I put on one and it was there for an hour. It was a short time limited offer. That's why you may have missed one. Last night I had 500 tickets available in Sensei's show. Then I deleted it and then I put a new one. It was there for about an hour. I told everybody about it. I put it on X. Told you on X, if you'd rung the bell, that there was a ticket of offer, and I went live, told everybody about it as well. So yeah, there are some time-sensitive offers. Right, guys. Okay, have I answered everyone's question? Yes, I have. Okay. You've all got the link. We're now going over to our next event. I'm covering Landbridge earnings. Now, during Landbridge earnings, I'm also going to be keeping my eye on my trade, the 586 to sell my S&P. I'm also going to be keeping up my eye on my crypto as well, and watching my position just come off an all-time high, a new record a few seconds ago. So we're going to go over to Landbridge now. So if you want to stay with me, and I'll be covering all this, providing live Q&A, live support, and everything else. Also telling you about there's going to be a magic number tonight in our music show. It's not available yet. The show hasn't started yet. It's not advertised on my competition page yet, but that will be going live tonight. This is the link if you want to get ahead of the game. Here it is, the live XRP party tonight. The first two free requests have gone. It was Country Roads and a Ozzy Osbourne song. So the first two are gone. That went in the first like 30 seconds. So there you go. That's tonight's XRP Ladies Night event. There'll be magic tickets in the show to win $1,000 of XRP. Right, we're now going over to my next event. We're doing a Landbridge earnings, but I'm also going to be watching all the stocks live. So here is the event. Next live. I'll pin it to the top. There you go, replace that. Okay. There is the event. Join me. Oops. Remove that one. There you go. There you go. So click on that. That's where we're going now. Let me make sure that this stream is going to it. Landbridge. This is important. We need to know about this industry. That's why I cover these earnings. Not only do I do it because you request them, but I also do it because they are important, and I make sure that we are looking at the broader economy and we know what's going on. Otherwise, how can you make decisions? How can we make contacts, friends, and people at the top to be able to make these decisions? All right. Okay. So we're going to go live straight away. So are you ready to join me? Live right now. You've got the link. Let me replace this. With our new system, we'll be live within about 1 minute. It'll be live. The moment I end, I'll be live. So there'll be no waiting. And we'll be watching SoundHound as well. And we're also, we're looking out for everything, basically. I mean, we're doing everything, right? Okay. Landbridge in 1 minute from now. This is it. I'm going to go live. Hopefully you'll join me, keep the show going, and we're rallying again. Our next bite of the cherry, we're about to get that. SoundHound is going as well. Our crypto is just starting to lift off again. So here we go. Time to join me for Landbridge, plus all the live engagement and everything else going on as well. All right. Who was it who requested Landbridge, who had to wait for this? I told you I'd get it done. I always get it done. I always deliver. I always get it done. I even gave a shout out today to say to somebody, do you want me to do the one I missed? And that person never came back. So the best I can do is what I do. I can't do any more than I possibly do, right? No human being alive would work this hard. Anyway, are you ready? Okay, let's go over to Landbridge right now. Okay, that's it from me. I'll see you there right now in 30 seconds. Bye-bye for now.